Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Before I start the readings, I want to let you know that I do have some new online courses available on how to read oracle cards and crystals and spirituality, so click on the link below to check them out. Hi Sagittarius, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your life, purpose, career, and money reading for the months of May, June, and July 2018. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Sag, so today I'm going to be drawing one card from the Earth Magic deck by Stephen Farmer, 3 cards from the Life Purpose deck by Doreen Virtue, 3 cards from Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz, and then in the area of money, 1 card from the Money Tarot by Eugene Vinitsky. And I'm going to finish up the reading here, Sag, with a numerology card. Let's just go ahead and get started. And Sag, just to remind everyone that the love and romance readings are also up and available. And all readings are available on my podcast, on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. I have a link below so you can listen to the reading as well as watch it here on the YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and get started. Focus, interesting. Pisces got this as well. Such a beautiful card. Interestingly enough, we have stillness under the deck. It's so funny because Pisces had river. So all this heavy emphasis on water, which is really, really interesting. Okay, so Sag, with this card, let me just take it for you. I feel like for you, Sagittarius, there's been this focus on trying to climb every tree in the forest. This is how it's kind of showing up for you. And you've been kind of seeking adventure after adventure after adventure. And you're in this particular time frame, in work, around your career, around your sense of purpose in the world, Sag, you really meant to, rather than focus on every tree in the forest and adventure after adventure, you meant to spend a little bit more time on one particular endeavor. Greater clarity and focus on one area. I feel like you as you've been investigating and kind of spreading yourself a little thin, now one of those things that you've been kind of playing with is coming into sharper focus for you. Well, let's get some additional cards. And you'll be able to identify it more easily, more readily, if you spend a little bit of time with some stillness. So try to stay in one place, Sag, rather than jumping all over the place. It will help you begin to understand what it is you want to focus your attention on. It doesn't mean that it has to be your forever thing. It doesn't mean that you have to stay still forever. This is a relatively short period of time, Sag. But you don't want to just randomly be living your life. You know, during this time, you're meant to focus in on one particular endeavor, one particular area, and fan the flames of that. You know, that can be so rewarding in and of itself. A lot of times we feel like we have to, you know, try everything in order to be happy. But truly, you can, if you find the one thing that really excites you, it really interests you, there are layers upon layers upon layers of just that one thing. Everything is much more faceted than your linear conscious mind can ever give it credit for. So it may seem like you have to go out and find all these different things, but in truth, if you spend a little bit of time, you can begin to understand just how multifaceted and interesting and mysterious one thing can be. So let's get some additional cards, Sag. Okay, we have teaching. You inspire young people to learn. We have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. And music. And practice under the deck. As I mentioned, like, you know, one thing. If you can focus on one thing, you can master that one thing. You know, it's like jack of all trades or master of none kind of energy. It may have been a little bit of what you've been playing with, and in this particular time frame, you're meant to kind of zero in a bit more. All right, so let me show you the cards as I see them, Sag. We have teaching, we have writing, and we have music. I feel like what you can do is all of your adventures, all of your travels, all of your explorations, if you spend a little time focusing in, as I mentioned, one of those things, even if it's not one of the adventures or one of the experiences you've had, but there may be an element that weaves itself within all of your adventures, all of your travels, that is super exciting to you, super interesting to you. And if you can take that one element, that one thing, that one experience, even if it showed up in different places, and begin to bring that out to share with others. You maybe have to teach others about it. There may be an opportunity here for a teaching job, career in teaching. Could be that you do writing, travel, blogging, this kind of thing, and also music. So it's a very very sad kind of energy. 3 different artistic and creative endeavors. Teaching, writing, music. The world is your oyster, so to speak. As I mentioned, this idea of like climbing every tree. You even have 3 trees there, so it's almost like three different things here that you can choose from, and it's showing up in this way, I think, because you do have a lot of energy and a lot of desire to have a finger in a lot of different pies. You don't have to just only have one. It may be that all of these elements are things that you like, but you can channel them into one resource for others to have, this kind of thing. You need to focus it into something. You can still enjoy teaching, writing, music, but you can channel it. You can have like just one website that showcases all of that you could do, or just one area, one school, this kind of thing. This is a time for you, Sag, to bring all these elements together in some way, focus them so that they can be found. I hope that makes sense. This is under the deck, and this goes with this. This is under the deck as well. Lake and stillness. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. There has to be some sort of order, routine here, and that may make you nervous, Sag, like you feel tied down. But you're not being tied down. You're being a bit more disciplined during this time frame. That's really the focus, is a bit more disciplined in what you're doing. And not even that, because discipline can often sound judgmental, or it can create a sense of self-judgment. It's more conscious. You're being more conscious of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and how you can do it in a way that you can take all these elements and weave them into something new. This idea of kind of blending is at play here as well. Let me get some additional cards. There may be many collaborations available to you as well, Sag, during this time period, where you can collaborate with others. I don't know what you do for a living, because this is obviously a general reading for many Sag individuals, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But say that you are a writer, you can collaborate with a teacher, you can collaborate with a musician, maybe write lyrics, this kind of thing, for a musician. So there's a lot of opportunities here to collaborate, but you've got to kind of pull it in and focus a bit. Be more conscious of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Have a bit of a strategy here. If you focus, you can create something beautiful. These two are just almost identical in their colors. When you look at his this musician and this, they're just so beautifully aligned. You can create beautiful music, Sag. If you spend a little bit of time focusing, becoming more conscious, a bit more disciplined in your approach, a little bit more strategic, blending various elements of your journeys, your experiences, your adventures, your work life, your sense of purpose. The Lovers, very nice. Daughter of Cups, beautiful. Page of Cups. And the Sun in reverse, absolutely gorgeous. And Three of Cups here. Again, this idea of three, you know, the three trees that I mentioned, teaching, writing, music, three different elements, you know, very social. Again, a lot of opportunity for collaboration for you during this particular time frame. We have the Lovers, you know, falling in love with what you do, making a choice. You know, with the Lovers, it's not necessarily about being with someone, although for some of you, you may actually decide to, you know, create something with a loved one or a love partner. But for me, it's more like you're making a commitment. You are coming to an agreement. You are choosing to do something. Again, it goes back to this idea of focus, you know. Then we have the Daughter of Cups, lovely energy, an invitation to something that feels more heart-centered, to where you feel it's more enjoyable. You're working with people with whom you have high esteem, high regard, even affection, you know, and the Sun energy. Beautiful, even in the reverse, very playful. Again, it doesn't have to be serious and solemn and boring. That's not you, Sag. But it can be more focused, more conscious, and more of a choice. You know, it's with the Sun energy, even in the reverse, it's like everything, the sun is so bright and shiny, you know, and it dispels any illusions. And with the Sun here, it's like you want to see everything really clearly, and you can do that with others. When you're working with others, collaborating with others, interdisciplinary type of experiences here, you can create something new and something that you can share with others. The Sun is about, you know, very outwardly focused here. Lovely reading for you. Very social. Even with the stillness, you know, and the focus here, it's not so much about you spending a lot of time within, but you have to slow down a little bit so you can focus your attention. And I feel like for you, it's about there's already been something that kind of caught your eye and it may have been an element, again, as I mentioned, within maybe three or more different things. And within each of those three, let's just use the metaphor of three, or the example of three. Within those three things, there's one thing that your brilliant creative brain sees as similar, and you take that thread and you weave it and create something new, again, through maybe interdisciplinary approaches, collaborations, this kind of thing. It's very interesting for you, very, very interesting, very social. It could just be your friends, you know, you guys get together and do something different, even though you all have very different careers. Or it could be those three elements within self that you are able to utilize. And again, you could be working with a loved one, working with friends, making conscious choices, and working with people, again, with whom you have high regard or who hold you in high esteem as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely energy. All right, so I'm going to get another card here for you, Sag. And it could be that you, with the Lover's card there, that you are actually offered a job that you take, either in the realm of teaching, writing, or music. And it's a good choice. And maybe it does cause you to have to focus your attention. Maybe you need to choose one. But remember, it will never just be that one, because you're always going to be pulling in different elements from other things. That's just your nature. You're a globetrotter by nature, you know. Even if you don't actively travel the globe, that's your kind of like part of the touchstone, is that you want to take different elements and make them work in your life and see them play out in your life. Okay, so in the realm of your money, for Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what are the messages? Strength. Beautiful. Could be a Leo individual. We have the Sun and the Strength card who's involved in your life here. Regarding your money, it looks like it is a beautiful time period for you, Sag. Everything working out beautifully. Honestly, it's such a great reading. You have the courage to focus, have the courage to make a commitment. It will all work out. This is wonderful energy for you. If you partner with a Leo, if there's a Leo in your life, I will say give them a second look. You know, make sure you don't disregard them, because they may be prominent in this time frame for you, Sag. Okay, let me get one more card. I'm gonna close out your reading. It's pretty amazing and cut and dry. And that Leo energy, even if it's not a Leo individual, Leos are very extroverted. You know, they're great leaders. They enjoy being the center of attention. They shine, you know. They have the charisma, and you are feeling that during this time period. Very playful, very childlike in some ways. But not irresponsible. Not all over the place. More focused, more conscious, more disciplined. By choice. Because you're more open to seeing how multifaceted things can be that maybe previously you weren't able to focus on because you were so busy doing. But with the stillness, with the practice of being still, you're able to see it more clearly, with more focus. It's in greater focus for you. Karmic completion. As I mentioned, I feel like, you know, you've been doing all of this, these great adventures, all of this exploration, and now it is coming to a place where you are focusing in, taking what you've learned, disparate elements, weaving them together within your own personal experience, or maybe actually in your physical job, collaborations, this kind of thing, and all of that coming to its beautiful culmination, the fullness of that, showing up here maybe with an offer that you accept, you know, an agreement here, choices, affection, high esteem, high regard, enjoyable experiences in the work that you do in the world, and your sense of purpose. It's really lovely for you, Sagittarius. So I hope that you enjoyed the reading and found it helpful. I wish you much love as always, and I will see you maybe at your private Reiki treatment appointment, or maybe at a tarot card reading appointment, or maybe on the online courses, which I have up and available now if you are interested in reading oracle cards and tarot cards. There's a link below, and the love readings are up. So I wish you much love.